Here's my advice for today. Be good to your fellow people, even when it's hard. I know it's hard sometimes. People get on your nerves. Sometimes you have bad days. Sometimes people are real pieces of shit. But also sometimes you might think someone's being a piece of shit, or you might think everybody's against you, but it might have just been a misunderstanding, or maybe your outlook wasn't, maybe not saying it wasn't always you, but maybe it was you. Maybe there was a misunderstanding and why you didn't have the full picture. So always put the best foot forward, because then you won't trip over yourself.
All right, you're listening to Third Coast Podcast. We are currently at Fête du Void 2025, and back joining the show, Evans, better known as Two-Tone Merigold, a man who can drop a beat and shred a riff at the same time. He DJs, he's a guitarist, and yes, he does work for NASA. He has been bringing his unique sound to bigger stages and blowing minds all over the world.
Woo, 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 woo.
Welcome back, bro.
Thanks, man. It's good to be back.
That explosion behind us kind of scared me a little bit.
Yeah, that's we are on site at Fête du Void, and it sounds like a transformer just blew. So we're gonna say a little prayer for Barrio. Hopefully, that doesn't put a dent in any of the shows today.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not going to help for sure.
Yeah.
So what's been going on? What you been up to down in big old New Orleans?
Yeah, New Orleans, Louisiana. Just working. Yeah, I'm working at NASA Michoud. Work for one of the private contractors. Got a government shutdown on our hands. I took this whole week off for the festival, but it looks like maybe if the government shuts down, I might get an even longer leave. We'll see what transpires with that.
Be prioritizing some music then.
Yeah. Hey, I might take a trip. Yeah, make some music. Book some shows. I'll take a little vacation, whatever. It'll be unpaid, but whatever.
Have you done any recent shows?
Yeah, so went out to Gulfport, Mississippi for Labor Day weekend. Played at Watson Nord. He runs a restaurant out there called the Chimneys, and he does like on 4th of July, Labor Day, he'll do a weekend of shows. So the Iceman Special played, Nerf the World played. That was a cool little getaway. Go down to the beach and play at his restaurant.
And that was in Gulfport, you said?
Yep. So it's literally like a bow tie restaurant. It's a fancy ass restaurant, and but he owns the place. He inherited it from his dad, and he clears it all out every now and then, once a year, maybe once every other year, and just throws a rager. It's a beautiful back lawn with oak trees, looking over the beach, and I played inside for the late night stuff. Me and Greg Wads did Spicy Ranch set, Two-Tone Marigold set. It was beautiful. It's a beautiful restaurant. It was just all cleared out so we could have a party in it. Yeah,
I just took the Bambinos down to the Gulfport, Biloxi area, and it was a wonderful experience. I just like trying to explain to my kids that the beach is more of like a relaxing thing than like an actual swimming pool.
Yeah.
And they learned the hard way about splashing around in the Gulfy waters.
Yeah.
It's a little salty.
Yeah, Mississippi's a little browner, but it's still a pretty view. That restaurant is right over the pier, the dock in Gulfport. Beautiful spot. So yeah, that was fun.
So on the Void grounds, I noticed there's a couple new additions vehicle-wise with the NASA sticker, and I just want to know, I know it came from you. How did you acquire that?
So they went to auction. It's 3 scooters. They're old, they were made in the 80s. They don't make them anymore. Old-ass Cushmans. They're all metal. They're for industry, using in plants and stuff like that. But, yeah, they went, property was getting rid of them and getting everybody new, regular easy-go golf carts. And, yeah, I just went and bid on them. It was a government auction. Paid $300 for my old, it was actually one of the engineers in my group. It was his cart that he used. He was pissed that they got rid of it. But yeah, $300 got me that thing in the auction.
Wow, that's a major steal there, and that's a government auction you
It
got
was a
that from?
government auction. Yep, GSAauctions.gov. Hey, fucking, I'll plug it if you ever want to like take a browse. Just go to GSAauctions.gov, browse around. They got all kinds of crazy stuff. They got helicopters and fucking aircraft for sale. It's all government stuff they auction off.
Oh, I wish I had the money to buy me a like an old school Humvee, or I had the money for a helicopter.
They got a lot of vehicles.
Fly around and drop confetti on everybody.
Yep. Or you can find you a NASA scooter for $300.
Yeah. And when you say scooter, it's not like just a one-person riding scooter. It actually has like a back on it, too.
It's a golf cart.
Yeah, like a mini golf cart.
Essentially, yeah. It's a golf cart, but it looks like a Dr. Seuss mobile. It looks like something out of Austin Powers, Dr. Evil's lab.
Oh, like when he gets stuck trying to back it up. And
we drive something that look just like that. Open top. Boop, boop.
So last time you were on the show, you told us about your gear obsession. Be honest with us and the listeners out there right now. How much money have you spent on new gear since the last time we talked?
Not much, actually. I've been good about software. I've been buying a lot of software, VST plugins and stuff like that. As far as hardware, like, you know, instruments, amps, shit like that, I've been pretty set on with, you know, my setup, what I want to do for guitar. I might be looking at a new guitar soon. That'll be pricey, but I've been using Old Faithful. I've literally had one guitar my entire life. I've never, I had, you know, a couple practice guitars up until this guitar, but this is the only guitar I've ever gigged with or played with, and it's literally, or recorded with in the studio. It's just literally the same fucking Stratocaster I've always used.
Hey, from what I've learned from Mr. Steve, you have a vintage guitar now, and it's got your own personal soul in it. So one day, that Stratocaster will be engraved in a vintage from the knowns of two-tone Merigold. It's going to be worth thousands of dollars. And if you ain't checked out Third Coast Podcast, check out Third Coast Podcast on 5000ws.thirdcoastpodcast.com on all major streaming platforms. And make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Big shout out to the 595 subscribers we have. And big shout out to all the fans and all the people that have streamed us on YouTube, because we have 867,000 views on YouTube alone. That ain't counting TikTok or anything else. So 1 million is in our future.
Nice.
It might be in the making with these great episodes at this wonderful event at FET.
We'll see.
So are you playing at FET this year?
Yep. Got 2 sets. So 3:30 a.m.
Ooh.
Bright and early at Tootie Town, and then the next day, Saturday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. in the warehouse.
Ooh. Are you gonna have 2 different types of sets, or?
That's what I'm going for. So right. I think I'm gonna do more of the heavy, you know, more hip hop laced, like I guess more bass music for the 3:30 a.m. set, and then 5 p.m. set. I think I'm gonna do stuff a little bit chiller, play a lot of silky guitar, and like, you know, weave together some more low tempo, you know, sweeter stuff.
So with playing at the Void, look at me, I can't get my mic presence down, but playing at the Void for the last couple of years, what has came from like them experiences? Is Void just a one of a kind place for you to perform versus performing at other stages?
Man, Fête du Void is Christmas every year. Like, booking shows, here's the thing. Booking shows, you know, at a venue or whatever is a lot easier. I come out here and literally, you know, pretty much manage the whole Tootie Town stage, get it ready, get it together. It's a lot of work, a lot of digging in the dirt, like, you know, hard labor shit, but it's a labor of love because, like, this is fucking Fête du Void, dude. It's awesome. You know, I love this shit. I look forward to it all year, and I come every year because this is my fucking home, you know?
That's one of the, like, biggest hits home is that y'all take Oakdale as a second home outside of New Orleans. And for someone like me that lives here and works here and raises a family, I guess sometimes I take it for a little bit of granted. And it's always good for Void for me to see how much, you know, y'all enjoy our small little town. It's
the same thing with me. I can see, you know, people that come out here for the first time and it just blows their mind. And I'm like, dude, that's what it's all about. I'm from 45 minutes from, I'm from, you know, between Maryville and DeRidder, you know, about an hour away. So this is, you know, pretty fucking close to home for me as well. And I would have never, like, imagined this, like, growing up I was trying to get away from here, go to the big city or go travel or go, 18-year-old kid, go live your life. But now it's like, I definitely feel like I'm home. It's awesome.
I love that. And if the listeners out there want to stream your music, where can they find that at?
Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Amazon, whatever the distributor puts it out to. It's all kinds of stuff. It's all the stuff. There's Roblox.
It was on Roblox now?
They have it now through DistroKid. You can Snapchat, but Roblox specifically, they make you sign a little waiver saying all kinds of crazy shit. You won't monetize this. It's not copyrighted music. It's like, what is just for Roblox?
I'm at a loss now. So you can put your own personal music on a Roblox library
when you distribute it. Yeah. So I distribute through DistroKid. I think like that's what most startup people that are not signed onto a label or whatever, they go through what's called DistroKid, and you select. There's a whole bunch of boxes. You can select what you want them to distribute the music to or not. It goes to all your major ones: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, all that, YouTube. But then also, Snapchat, Roblox, and it's crazy.
I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
See, because we distribute through Spotify, and that's why, bring a little side note, a lot of the listeners out there probably are missing our Artist of the Week section on the show. And the reason why we're gravitating off of that is because of licensing, what you just said, license agreements, and you got to have a certain, I can't think of what it's called, for basically an artist has to send all the approval to you, not just like, hey, you can use our song. They got to send the legal numbers and stuff.
Damn.
So and it has caused problems recently with some of the episodes lining up, and I had to like take out some songs from Artist of the Week. So if you're an artist out there, I know that it's disheartening the way Spotify treats it now, but you're always welcome to come join the show, and we'll talk about your music and highlight you the best we can. But as us playing y'all's song at the end of the show now, I'm sorry, but other musicians ruined it for everybody.
Hey, feel free to use mine, because I'm the composer. I have all the credits for my music,
But you know what I'm talking about, though, right? There's like
going through Spotify as a distributor.
Yeah.
Or like,
say like your music's on Spotify, right? And I go to use it for my show. I have to have there's a certain license number for that song, and I have to have that not when I put the song on there, but when they message me about it. Do you have this license agreement to use this, that, and the other? And previously I've messaged artists back being like, hey, I need da-da-da-da-da because you're signed to a label. And they never got back with me, and I had to end up taking it down and it reposting the show. And on Spotify, it jumps it out of the organization because once you take it down to re-edit it, as soon as you post it, it's going to post for that date. It ain't going to back post it.
Yeah.
So when you look at our Spotify list, that's why 54 is ahead of 55 is because of that. And that was that was the last one. I had like 4 this year, and that was it. I said, you know what? Artists out there, y'all want to come join? You got to come get behind the mic. But if you had to DJ a set on the moon, what would be your first track?
Oh, man. First track, probably what's the Daily Bread song, Return to the Moon, or he's got a great song off his last full album he released. It was all about the moon, and that would probably be number 1. Play that bad boy from the freaking Apollo touchdown where the American flag is. Set up right in front of that bad boy and play that track, that Daily Bread track.
Ain't the American flag just like white now? Or something like that?
The UV is totally like bleached it completely white.
That's what I was figuring. So, since you've been playing your specific Stratocaster all these years, what do you think your guitar would have to say about you?
Probably say, stop getting me so dirty. Quit roughing me up. Fucking take it easy on me, dude. That thing gets beat up and just all over the place. Like, I've got a hard case for it. I keep it in there whenever I can, but coming out here especially, it's dusty. And my gear, not just my guitar, but all my gear, every time I come back, I just gotta wipe all that shit down. It's black, Especially out there at Tootie Town. It gets dirty out there.
Yeah, we can't. That's one of the downsides. You get rid of the grass, the dust comes. Because
Yeah.
a lot of this grass out here is like crabgrass and
Yeah, it looks great up here. The front of the
Yeah.
property looks amazing. Like this is all beautiful. Back there, it's getting a little better, but it's still a lot of dirt back there. Yep. But yeah, look at this grass. Make sure the viewers at home can see this beautiful lawn behind us.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful day. I'm actually enjoying this standing up for a change. Hope when I do the shorts it looks all right, but for now the imaging of this beautiful day in Louisiana is beautiful. It's
gorgeous, huh?
We're hiding behind the vendors right now in the shade at this current moment.
Ground zero, pecan dawn.
Yeah, and when y'all see this out there, listeners, y'all need to take a chance and come to the Void. The Void is the best music event in Cenla right now by a landslide. In all of Allen Parish, all of Acadiana, and the surrounding areas, you ain't gonna get this type of experience nowhere else but the Void.
It's definitely one of a kind in Louisiana. We don't have a lot of festivals here. Camping festivals, stuff like this, very rare in the South and especially in Louisiana.
And what's good about this year is we got about 5-6 degrees cooler during the day versus the last 2 years, and then the nighttime we're going to be in the mid 60s, which is beautiful weather for us here in Louisiana.
It feels good at night.
In the shade right now, and the breeze
is
beautiful.
Yeah, it feels great.
So, Evan, what is the funniest or strangest thing that has ever happened to you while touring on the road?
Oh, my Lord. At any set?
At any given time, what if you had to pick one thing, what would it be?
Man, at one of my sets? Nothing too crazy that I didn't. So, if I've heard other people say that, like, stuff has gone down while I was playing, and I just literally had no idea because I was on stage playing. I will say this, maybe not one of my sets, the craziest experience I've ever had at any music set. Early on, before I even moved to New Orleans, I was in New Orleans, I think for Buku Fest. I forget what it was. And I'm walking up to D-Max Bar and Grill. Iceman Special's playing inside. There's a damn light pole across, like, the road. We're walking up to the bar, and I see a car go over and just whoosh, spray sparks everywhere. And I'm like, holy shit, what's going on here? We walk up, and there's a car wrapped around an oak tree in the middle of the fucking neutral ground in the middle. And I run over there. I'm like, oh my God. And the driver's side door, it was wrapped around the tree. I go over to the passenger side door and like wrench it open. And I'm like, all right, someone's going to be in here hurt, whatever. I'll provide first aid. I'm going to fucking be the hero. And it's this like 40-year-old lady in there and her tits are out. She's just like, in the driver's seat. I'm like, okay. And she hands me a bag. It's a Walgreens bag. And she says, take it from me. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then Chris Runny, who was bartending that night, pokes his head out the door and says, Sip, she's got a gun. Get the fuck out of there. And I'm like, oh shit. This is the gun in my hand. It's in the fucking Walgreens bag.
Oh shit.
So I put it on the back of her car and fucking back away and run across the street. And she comes out chasing after me. Tits are still out. And just like fucking face plants in the middle of fucking, Norman C. Francis now. Fucking runs off in the neighborhood. I didn't know it at the time, but she had wrapped that shit around. Everybody came out from the show to like, try to help her, and she waved that gun around. I was like, get the fuck back. She was fucked up. Cops show up, put this random couple that are outside in cuffs, like a man and a woman, put them in cuffs. And we're like, what? There's a fucking crazy woman that had a gun. You see this fucking car wrapped around this tree right here? What are you doing? They're like, no, we got a report of a stolen dog. And like, this is the dog. And they put these couple in cuffs. Like, no, this bitch is on the loose. So they finally fucking find her. And she's like, y'all can't arrest me. I'm from Texas. And, the Iceman never stopped playing the entire time. Everybody was cowering behind the bar and shit. She's like waving a gun around. The Iceman's like, we're just going to keep playing, whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun.
I hope the listeners enjoyed that just as much as I did. Now I got a vision of a naked lady chasing you with a gun.
Pretty nice tits, but she was crazy, and she was from Texas. I don't know.
Hey, I guess shout out Texas to all the Texas listeners out there. Y'all wilding out. If you had one superpower on stage, what would it be?
Man, these fantasy questions. Let's see. I love all these. One superpower? be able to levitate, because then I could do a freaking what's the dude that levitates, the magician dude?
I can't
Chris Lake? No, not Chris Lake. Anyway, yeah,
Oh,
I
I
could
can't
pull
think
one
of
of
his
those
name.
bad boys, just levitate while I'm playing guitar. That sounds kind of epic, to be honest.
So levitation is
Levitation.
what you would pull out.
Maybe not full on flying, but just a little light levitation.
A little like gravity control.
Just about that, about 6 inches to a foot, just right. I think it'd fucking set everybody off.
You know, if I had superpowers for the podcast, you know what it'd be?
Let's hear it.
The superpower not to say
Yeah, I'm guilty too. It's the
Little
applause.
loud. Yeah, I should have thought better to have something I can actually push the sound pad
Yeah,
with,
use
but
that
it'd be all
soundboard.
right. It'd be all right. You have mixed. Look, I just said it. You mixed science, creativity in your life. How do you think that shapes the way you see music, and do you think that shapes your music from all your like NASA and stuff like that?
I don't know. It's definitely two different worlds. Like my creative side, I feel like it's definitely different than like my professional like work side. I don't know, man. I just went to engineering school, and like really what surprised me going to engineering school, it's a lot of shit you never use because the fucking software does it for you nowadays. But we learned a lot of stuff like vibration analysis. That was pretty cool because I make music, and you have to worry about things like harmonics, and like there was a lot of crossover that I didn't think would be there, with those engineering classes and fucking making music. It surprised me a lot how much like I was able to like get because I've been making music. It had a lot of because things are universal. It's like making music. It's a sound wave. So all waves are the same. Like if you're talking about it could be light waves. It could be vibration. Like for a mechanical engineer, that's very important. Things that can like break apart. You have to be mindful of like resonant frequencies and shit like that. It's so it's all like tied together. Like it's that's something I kind of realized going through school. It's like, oh, I know a lot of this because it's like it's universal.
And see, I would have never thought that music helped you on the engineer side. I thought it would be vice versa.
The other way around, believe it or not. Yeah, a lot of my classmates specifically in vibration analysis class, very tough class. They were like, we don't know what harmonics are. I don't know what resonant frequencies are. I don't know what the root, what's called the fundamental in vibration, but it's the root note. It's the root note of whatever you're playing, like a key or whatever. And I'm like, no, I get, it clicked for me so much quicker than them. They were like, we don't, it just wasn't. It took a bit longer for some of my classmates, I noticed, but I was immediately able to pick up on it. I was like, yeah, that's the the root note and the harmonics, stuff like that.
Oh, all right. So recently, you've been all over the place doing a whole bunch of different things. What going forward? Is there, besides your sets at Void, is there anything up and coming after the Void for the rest of the year?
It's pretty quiet after this, actually. I surprisingly had a pretty busy summer. I had a 4th of July gig, a few other gigs in New Orleans. Went to Gulfport to play that Mississippi show. After the Void, no. We'll see what happens for Halloween. Halloween's usually pretty busy. I haven't gotten any calls yet about any shows for Halloween. If you happen to watching this, looking for an act to book, that's the next big date coming up is Halloween. So we'll see what happens for that.
Oh, all right. I always try to get the listeners out there to go see some live music because that's what your body needs. Because you can always listen to it on the streaming platforms, but there's nothing like going to watch one of your friends perform live and tear it up on stage like you always do. And I'm looking forward to both of your sets.
Hell yeah.
So when you get back to New Orleans is basically home, right?
Oh yeah, I've been there for 8 years, yeah.
So what is your go-to spot to grab something to eat? Say, like your favorite eating establishment.
You literally can't go wrong. You could close your eyes and point at Google Maps and just zoom in there. Whatever restaurant is on there nearby, just go to that. Even if it's like a bar, go to that fucking gas station. It's hard to mess up. There's so much good food everywhere. And I still, after 8 years, discover new spots. Like, there's just amazing. Or discover a new dish. I just tried Giacomo's steak a couple months ago, and it's the best steak I've ever had in my life. I love Giacomo's, and I didn't know they made this good of a steak. It was so good.
How do you like your steak?
Medium. This was, I don't know.
Good answer
it was
already.
medium. It was different though. It was like they had this kind of like, I don't even know. I'm not a chef. It was the best steak. And I grew up on a cow farm, so I know my steaks. And that was the fucking best steak I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, talking to Mr. Steve and learning about different things that's happened in New Orleans, I learned, I always knew that food was a staple, but I never really really absorbed the amount of the impact the food industry in New Orleans has. And that, I don't know, it's just something I was thinking about.
Yep.
So what was that place you were just referring to?
Giacomo's.
Giacomo's?
Yep, on Oak Street, right by the Maple Leaf. Fucking delicious food. Fucking they give you cornbread muffins when it comes out, and it's sweet. They got like a little syrupy like glaze on the top. That's what you get coming out the gate before you even order. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, I see that wind is kicking up.
Here it come.
Yeah, it's always something when you try to record anything in the world. We could be in a little box, but you wouldn't get this type of organic experience like we're having right now.
It feels great.
With the wind messing up the mics, which I can probably take out, possibly.
Feels good, though.
So since your last time you've been on the show, what has been the biggest growth point for you as an artist?
As an artist? When did we do that last? That was Krampus when we did that first interview, huh?
Yeah, last Krampus.
Man, so what, the last year, I guess? Man, growth point as an artist? Maybe not over the last year. I feel like I've grown a lot over... So I've been booking shows since 2021. It really started to kick up. 22, 23 was pretty damn busy. I feel like that's when I really hit the, started to learn... because you book your first gig and you don't know anything. When you start to make music, you don't know anything. It's a bunch of wires. It's a mess. It's cables. It's, if you play an instrument, it's different for every instrument. If you're a vocalist, you go to book those gigs and you show up and and hopefully, it's you got a sound tech or somebody who can help you out, do front of house and all that. But the last 2 years, I think 2023 was really when I started to feel comfortable showing up and be like, okay, I know what I need from the team. I know, what to set up and what to do and how, can do it quickly and, and break it all back down quickly and feel confident on stage, That was probably the biggest growth spurt, I guess, in my music career thus far, about around 2023.
Oh, all right. So with the guitar, your Stratocaster you've been playing, when you do change out and get a new guitar, if you had like a dream guitar, what would it be?
Paul Reed Smith. I want a Les Paul too. Les Pauls are fucking expensive, but also I love PRSs. Paul Reed Smiths are just beautiful fucking guitars, and they feel good. They kind of play similar to a Strat, the LEs, and just got like nice loose action, nice easy to play, slide up and down it. And they fit well. So yeah, PRS is on the list for me for sure.
All right. So you already know at the end of the show we always do words of wisdom. Would you have any good words of wisdom for the listeners out there today?
Let's see. What did I say last time? I think I pretty much just said just don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Here's my advice for today. Be good to your fellow people. Even when it's hard, and I know it's hard sometimes because people get on your nerves, and sometimes you have bad days, and sometimes people are real pieces of shit. But also sometimes you might think someone's being a piece of shit, or, you might think, everybody's against you, but it might have just been a misunderstanding, or maybe your outlook wasn't, maybe, I'm not saying it wasn't always you, but maybe it was you. Maybe there was, there was a misunderstanding and like you didn't have the full picture. So always put the best foot forward because then you won't trip over yourself.
Love it. But thank you so much, Evans, a.k.a. Two-Tone Merigold.
Womp, womp, womp.
And I'm Joe. What it do, Gators?
Let's go.
And we got more to come from Fit the Void, so y'all stay tuned. Thank you so much, and we are out.
Chomp, chomp. Hell yeah. Fuck yes, dude. So that list you posted online, that's what you're gonna go through, try to get a hold of people, get it scheduled up. Yeah. And then just ask around, see who wants to join. Fuck yeah. once you get back to town. If you ever make your way back there, come see us.
I will,
Okay.
bro. Will do.
We'll be popping off.
25 seconds again, and then we'll leave.
Oh, the power line? No way. No way. Oh, no. Well, we're battery powered, baby. Let's go.